dish.
He's the...
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right. 3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, we're walking in this morning on Monday morning, February the 7th at 49 degrees on the high, 25 on the low tonight, partly cloudy. Looks like we might have little flurries of snow tonight.
Aww.
And y'all hear that voice?
Good
Whose
morning,
voice is that?
Stephen. How are you?
Hey, we got Sherry Raines back in over here with us this morning.
It's amazing how much better a mood I can be in when I only see you once in a while.
There you go. I just cheer you right up, don't I? Just cheer you right up. I got all you North Carolinians over here this morning, no doubt.
Yeah,
man.
we had y'all had Galen in here this morning.
I didn't know he was in here. I had no idea. I love him. I'm gonna tell y'all something, folks. Y'all are no kidding. Being a semi-aviator, soon to be really aviator. Y'all are lucky to have him over there on the airport. I am not kidding you.
Well, the airport period is a big advantage for our county. And
Yeah.
we can't lose that.
That is something that it takes a technique to make work, no doubt. But anyway.
So you're going to go over there and fly this weekend, aren't you?
I am. I told my boys.
Everybody be warned.
Yeah,
Define semi-aviator.
I can crank the plane.
I own a plane.
Once you get me in the air, I can fly the plane.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna.
But after
I'd fly
that,
with your sons, but I'm not.
I thought you were flying with him, Packy. I thought you said I thought that was something y'all were going to do together.
I'd fly with your sons.
Yeah, I would too. But I do all right. The landing's pretty rough.
You have the same theory. You know how to wreck, right?
Yeah, but I like to ride with people that wreck because I feel like they've done it more. So they're, if they walk away.
Well, it's true. There's a technique to wrecking.
Because if you've been with somebody that's never wrecked before, you never know. But if you've been with somebody that has wrecked and they start, they're like, oh no, then you better hold on.
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad. So anyway.
Well, looking at your cars, I can confidently say that you've wrecked a lot.
Hey, that's the bandwagon. Folks, we got H. Jack Williams, and I know y'all going to say, now, who is H. Jack Williams? Y'all need to go check him out, hjackWilliams.com. He started out, no kidding, he started out with Leonard Skinner back when, before the plane crash. No kidding, and he has wrote songs over and over again, and actually he has. I know everybody's watching that Kevin Costner thing. What is that called? Yellowstone.
No, you're watching it.
Not anymore. It's on hold. But anyway, Yellowstone, and he's got several songs, or 2, 3 songs, or however many on that.
Now, he actually traveled with The Who, too, right?
Yes, I'm not kidding you, man.
He toured with The Who.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
I mean, honestly. And he's still out there getting at it, but that's pretty cool. But anyway, on the famous birthdays, Chris Rock, I don't know if I like his. The only thing I like about him is we talking about when you get pulled over by a cop, how not get put in jail. That was funny.
Oh, it's Packy's favorite, Ashton Kutcher.
Oh, yeah, he likes that.
Doesn't he like Ashton Kutcher?
Here's one of mine, Garth Brooks. Hi.
Friends in Low Places.
Hi. He got that started there for a while.
There's a bunch of folks today.
Everybody that sang back in the day that sang country, they put that how. I'm doing it like I'm ZZ Top, but I'm just saying.
I was going to say.
Wrong one.
How about Charles Dickens? Surely you know who that is. Charles Dickens. Come on, Stephen.
He's a novelist. I can read it here now. I don't got a clue what he wrote.
A Christmas Carol.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Oliver Twist.
Yeah, I love that movie.
David Copperfield.
Oh, yeah, no, I like David Copperfield.
Not the Magician. This is a book. It was a novel. Okay.
So he's not on TikTok?
Laura Ingalls Wilder. Now, is she the founding person?
She's the one that wrote the books. Yeah, the actual person that wrote the books. There was a real person behind all that.
James Spader. I don't know anybody else.
You didn't know half of these. What are you talking about?
I didn't know any of them, to be honest with you. But a National Send a Card to a Friend Day. Do people even send cards anymore?
My mother religiously sent cards and wrote people. You wouldn't believe after she passed away all the stuff, and she saved
everything.
Probably every letter that she ever got.
Well, see,
she
back
saved
then they
it.
didn't have Facebook.
It's National Fettuccine Alfredo Day.
Now that's something I can get behind. Chicken.
Wait,
shrimp.
They didn't have Facebook?
No. That's why you wrote letters.
How did they like things? How did they have real friends? How are they Facebook official?
And I know
that's the thing, man.
Packy's not really doing Facebook anymore, but they're suffering right now, Packy. We're going to Meta. They have had a huge user dump. I think it'd be funny
And
if
a
Facebook.
stock dump, too.
Yeah. What's the matter?
Yep. They're trying to rebrand their company.
Wow.
And so in the business suite, it's called Meta now.
Well,
but
Trump's supposed to have him one coming out, ain't
I thought he already had one in the works.
he? He does, but I don't think it's out yet. I don't know what the scoop is.
So
on
what is the one that they were using, though? What's the one? Dan Bongino talks about it. Parlor? Is that it?
Parler,
Is that
yeah.
still running? Is that still
I don't
going?
know.
I don't think so.
He still speaks about it, so I didn't know if that was
Problem is
still a
with
thing.
a lot of these alternative ones is like they're still on a server.
Right.
So, a lot of the servers are owned by Amazon. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you're on the Amazon server and that's who's hosting it for you and then Amazon doesn't like it, they just cut off your
Yeah, they
you
kick
off.
everybody off. Yep. Poor old Neil Young, bless his heart.
I never was a fan of him.
That's what everybody said. Like, what the heck? They lost $8 a month when they took all this stuff off. Oh well. But I'm not kidding. What's the guy's name that he's trying to get kicked off?
Who's trying to get kicked off?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Honest to goodness, Joe Rogan. Okay.
Oh, Spotify. Yeah, he got somebody upset.
Yeah, well, we had. What's that comedian we got? That thing's got a Hemi. What is his name? We've had him on 2 or 3 times. I can't even remember his name. He was on Joe Rogan's show, and he said he actually had people unfollow him because he was on the Joe Rogan show. What is his name? I can't even think of his
I don't
name.
know,
I know
but-
it as well as I do Packies, but anyway. And this was just like last week.
I am surprised at the people that are finally coming forward. People that I wouldn't have thought of that are really tired of the whole what's going on. So I don't know.
You're right.
I just risk my career, life, everything every time I come over here and sit with you. So it's okay.
John Reed.
Oh
there
yeah,
he is,
yeah.
John Reed.
He's the redheaded guy.
Yeah, he went on the show last week. He said people unfollow him. I get him back on my show. I'm gonna ask him: did more people unfollow you on his page or on mine?
Well,
That's
maybe
what
now that Joe Rogan's at risk, you could get him on this show.
there you go.
Yeah, he might be desperate for an
Our
interview.
listeners get mad when we do have factual information.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
difference,
it. Hey, we got to take a break, folks, because it's that time. Hopefully, we'll have H. Jack Williams when we come back and see what's going on. This guy, no kidding, go to hjackwilliams.com, Google him, check him out where you know what we're talking about, and it's time to take a break.
Hey, real quick. We are currently doing our Valentine's Day contest, and you go to our brand new WJRB radio app, send us a pickup line, and it'll automatically enter you in the contest to win $195.10 and also a night stay at the Hellendorf in Hellen.
You're not going to thank our sponsor this
I'd like
morning?
to thank
you
our
need to.
song-
The Morning Dish. At the beginning of a new week, people see things differently, like why they're locked into their monster insurance carrier and paying higher premiums than their next door neighbor. If that's you, you need to speak with More Insurance Services, an independent agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. And this next young man that we've got on with us, H. Jack Williams, has got a story to talk about. I'm not kidding you, from the get-go all the way to where he's at now. Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
Man, we are doing good, man. Your biography that you've got is just amazing to me. The way you got started, you started out in a little town in Florida and ended up crawling on the bus with the Who.
Yeah, I don't know if it happened that quick, but yeah.
That stuff people dream about. You know what
It
I'm
probably
saying?
was crawling off the bus, not crawling on the bus.
No, I mean, actually, I had been trying to be a little songwriter back then. That was the beginning of the deal, and I had a baby. We had a 1-year-old baby, and I was working as a chef, not as a sous chef at a place called the Abbey in Atlanta, which is still there actually. I was on my way to work. I had my whites on. My hat was sitting next to me. I had a little cassette tape that I'd done a demo, first demo ever, and I pulled up. I believe it was a Stouffer's Hotel. I believe that's what it was back then.
Right.
And saw these blue jackets on as I was going to work, and I went, "Well, what is that?" And then I saw that it said the Who on the back, so I pulled in and walked up to the first guy I saw, who today is still my closest friend, Doug. Lives in England, still Roger's assistant. I walked up to him and I said, "What's the chances of meeting Roger?" And he went, "Slim and none." And I went, "Okay, well, I'll see you, thanks." And I turned around, I was going to go to work. And he went, "Wait, what do you want to see Roger about? And I went, I'm a songwriter, and I want to talk. Oh, wait. And he had just done a record with Ballard, the songwriter Ballard, and we called him up. And Roger said, well, yeah, let's hook up with him. Let's meet with him. But I'm too busy right now. Get him a room. And that room lasted 6 months. So
That's a long way.
I never met him. I went on the road with him. They took me with him, and I went and I never saw a show. I stayed backstage. I rode on the planes. They just took me everywhere they went, and it was a dream come true. I was part of the Who entourage, and then the last night in Boston. Bill Purvisely and Jackie, their manager, still to this day, the Who's manager, said, Pete and Roger want to see you. Come on, time, get your guitar. So there I did. I walked up, and they were in the green room, and I just walked in, and there was all these beautiful, like Playboy level fold out women sitting around, and it was like, so I said, "Hey, mate, play us a song." And I mean, I was 20 years old and couldn't sing, not even close to what I can do now. And it was like, shut him up. And it was it, done deal. I had my first publishing deal, and I was working for the Who, and I'd lost my job, of course. Pretty much lost my wife. Pretty much lost everything. I did get her back, but yeah, it was. And the rest of my life, that set the stage for how I approach everything in my life. I go get it.
Well, that's the truth, folks. We're talking to H. Jack Williams. Y'all go to hjackwilliams.com, read his biography. It's just mind-blowing because he is one of them guys that never give up, and it's paid off. I mean, it's paid off over the years. I mean, Leonard Skinner, you were with them back before the plane crash, and then right on through. But now, I mean, you've even got you got a couple of songs that's on. Everybody's crazy about this Yellowstone movie thing going on. You've actually got a couple of tunes on that, do you not?
Yeah, I got one. Heaven's Gate. It's in episode 2.
Right.
But Kevin's got a lot of my stuff that are. I've got 4 songs on his Tales of Yellowstone album, and there's one more season left, so fingers crossed I might get one more on there. But yeah, that's I do a lot of work. I'm working a lot with Kevin, and now he's got a new movie that he's getting ready to get behind the camera on, and hopefully, with grace of God, I'll be able to do some music in that too.
Yeah. One thing I thought that Yellowstone actually done, I'm a big fan of that red dirt country coming out of Texas, and I think it's really blown it up to where it's really something. Yeah. Whiskey Myers and Walker, and Whiskey Myers, and then Ryan Bingham, and Colder Wall. Yeah.
I mean, those 3 right off the top of my head. I love those bands. I love all of Lucas Nelson. Well, my manager manages Lucas Nelson, so I've always been a fan of Lucas Nelson. But yeah, it has. You're right. It has blown that wide open.
Yeah, it has. And that Ryan, I mean, I listened to him before. Gosh, I remember back years ago. I mean, before this Yellowstone, I like a lot of his stuff that he's got going on. But now you've got your own. You've got your own. Thing that you're doing now, which is pretty interesting. This new song you've got out, which I'm trying to bring it up now. I'm going to say Halfway to Hell, but am I saying that right? Halfway to Hell?
That's the album name.
Yeah, that's the album.
Album name Halfway to Hell. That man, that is a good album, and it's actually it's more of a personal album for you about.
It's a personal journey. Yeah, it's a personal journey through child abuse. I wanted to let out some stuff. I mean, that's what the video we have out now, Beat Me Again. I wrote that with W. Earl Brown, the actor. I know him from Deadwood, something about Mary, and he also produced the video. What I'm really excited about off this album, though, is about a week and a half, I'm going out to LA, and we're going to do the video for One More Day.
Right.
One More Day on this record is my favorite song, and Kevin wrote it with me, and it's a special song, and Gary Rosington from Leonard Skinner played on it, Ricky Medlock, and I called those guys up and they played on 2 songs on the record, and this was one of them. And so we're going to do a video. It's going to have Gary's going to be in it. This is going to be a really big thing, having the original member of Leonard Skinner in my video, and I'm excited. It might get people to listen to everything now.
Well, I like I said, I think it's great. And like you say, you talk about child abuse and that and other. A lot of folks don't know, not only am I a superstar radio talk show host, don't say anything bad, but I drive a school bus. I'm a full-time school bus driver and have for over 10 years. And I see a lot of this. I see a lot of this broken homes and these kids struggling with the stuff that goes on today. And I don't think a lot of folks out there realize what kids have on their plate growing up, And I think this is really, that beat me again, man. That's a hard-hitting song.
Yeah, it is. We wanted it to be that way. I'm hoping that we'll find some child abuse organization or somebody like that might want to pick it up. It is. It's the truth. It is the truth. I came from that environment, and back then, nobody said anything. Nobody did anything. Nobody said anything. Everybody kept their mouth shut. And you could hear kids screaming all across the neighborhood, and nobody did anything about it. Call the cops would come and say, "What are you doing?" "We're not doing nothing, officer," and that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
These days, they'd be in a jail. But, so I wanted to talk about it.
Well, I think it's great. And, that's the thing about it. I mean, you've really made something out of your life over the years. It's really great. And, like music to me touches everybody. I mean, and some of the songs and stuff that you've been involved in is just absolutely outstanding. Like I said, we're talking to H. Jack Williams. That's hjackwilliams.com. And you make sure you put the H in front of it because there's another guy out there named Jack Williams, but he ain't nearly as good looking as H. Jack Williams. So make sure you get the...
He lives in North Carolina. He don't live in Tennessee, so.
Make sure we get the right one. Hey, Lord. But I don't know. You're 20 years old and you're on a touring with the Who. I mean,
yeah. Let's. What really happened on that bus?
Can we talk about that? We are on live radio now.
It was in the hotel rooms, and I can't talk about these things. But let me say it this way. Everything that you heard that went on back then went on.
Yeah.
And more.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And more. And for a 20-year-old, I mean, I wasn't, I was just a songwriter hanging out.
Right.
And just happened to be, taking a liking to. So I was in the inner circle, and
that's really cool, man.
it wasn't like I had I wanted to participate, I could have, and it was pretty crazier than I ever dreamed. And I was going, wow, I can't believe people do this. It was amazing. But the guys were great. Everybody was great. Like I said, I'm still good friends with them. I go to England and I visit with them. So it was a great. It opened the door. It opened the door from there. I went to work with Uriah Heep and worked with Uriah Heep for 5 years, and all that just opened the door and allowed me to be able to say, well, I work with those guys, and then have the courage, confidence is the word I guess I'm looking for.
Right.
To be able to walk up to another star and go, hey, check this out. I work for Pete Townsend and I work with Richie Havens, and they would listen. So now, I mean, I continuously do it. My bio, as I add more stuff to my bio, I go, hey, to this day, if I want to meet somebody, check my bio out. I mean, I've done all this stuff. Maybe we can work together. So it's just a good way to keep
opening the doors.
Yourself.
Yep, keep opening doors. That's funny. Alex Cooley from back in the day, and I was friends with him.
Yes, I did. I heard that you asked about Alex Cooley. I was going to call you this week about Alex. Let me tell you real quick.
All right.
I'll tell you really quick about Alex. So the reason Alex is a dear, I'm writing a book, and Alex has about 2 chapters in it. Alex, somehow in Atlanta, I don't remember when, I really don't, but I do remember. There was a place called the Alex Cooley Ballroom.
Oh yeah.
It was a big, okay, and it was just getting started. And the 2 bartenders I got to be friends with the 2 bartenders, Harold and Ed. liking to me, and he took a liking to me as a person and to my music. And so what he did was he gave me a forever. He just gave me a pass.
Right.
I was still with production, and I could go to any show I wanted to do because he said to me, I'll never forget. He said, "You, I know you have good backstage, manners, and just do it right. Go to all the shows and make something happen." So I went to all the shows, and that's how I met everybody. I met Peter Gabriel. I talked to Peter Gabriel. Da da da. And then what was so funny about that relationship was it got into a slump somewhere along the line before the Who. We all get in a slump.
Oh yeah.
We go up, we go down, we go up, we go down, and this was like a 6-month slump. And I remember seeing him, and I told him, I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm 20. I'm going. I don't think I'm going to make this business. I think I better do something else. And, oh no, stay there, hang in there, hang in there. And then the next time he sees me, I'm getting out of the limo with Pete Townsend and Roger and at the Army show, and he looked at me and he went, "Weren't you the guy that was saying to me you weren't getting anywhere about a month ago?" And so he helped me get my demos done. Alex Tully was a great friend and a great. He championed me in the beginning of Atlanta. He made sure that things got done for me.
Yeah.
Well, he gave me the road to walk on. Let's put it that way.
Well, he did a lot of folks that way. I mean, and I've known him since before he passed away, but in, I guess, 78 or 79 is when I kind of got to know him back in the day. And I was just a little kid then. But, yeah, he's one of the greats. There's no doubt about it. And some of the stories he talks about, he was talking about the Grateful Dead. He said if they ever come to town, he said you never drank or eat anything behind stage because you never knew what city you would wake up in next because, they put all the drugs.
That's right, because he had Jorma Kakona. I was working with Richie Havens. Richie Havens at this point in my life, I was working with Richie. I put together a little trio, and Alex had us open up for Hot Tuna, and him and Richie said they're gonna bring a plate of cookies around backstage. Do not eat the cookies. And I went, okay, I won't eat the cookies. But my lead guitar player went, let's try for that. I'm gonna eat the cookies. And he ate one. And come time to go on stage, I turn around and I'm looking at him, and he's out there going, "Wow." And I mean, he was gone. He was gone. I'm going, "Tony, what's up?" It's like, don't eat the cookies.
That is so funny. H or Jack, I guess you go by Jack more than anything. We have got to get to a break, but no, give me a call. I'd like to talk to you more about Alex because I got a few stories, to talk about.
Oh, I will call you.
Yep. So anyway, we are talking to H. Jack Williams. Y'all go to hjackwilliams.com. We get you back on, man, and see what's going on. Like I said, y'all need to check out his biography, check out his new music he's got coming out, and definitely follow this guy because he is a real sweetheart, no doubt about it. Anything we're missing?
No. I want to give you a call, though. I'll try on giving you a call this week. I've got your number now, so we'll have a big old check. I want to ask you some questions, too, about him and his family. So I'd love to catch up with you. And thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's been my pleasure, no doubt about it. Thank you again, and you have a good day, brother. We'll be talking to you in a day or two.
Thanks, Jack.
Okay, thank you.
The Morning Dish. You can't blame Stephen Phillips for your business insurance going up 25% this year, but you can still do something about it. Business owners, you need to talk business with More Insurance Services, your mountain insurance agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Y'all go check out H. Jack Williams, no doubt. And I know everybody's been watching Yellowstone. He's tied in. Him and Kevin Costner's pretty big buddies. I reckon he cuts a lot of his songs and stuff like that.
That's who he's talking about. They co-wrote.
Yeah, they do a lot of songs together and this, that, and the other. But anyway, I am just blown away, folks. I don't know what the world's going to now, but we have got a NASCAR halftime show. Did you see that?
What?
That's what I said. What?
I thought how are they going to do that?
They just did it. They did that thing out there in California, man. They had Ice Cube did the NASCAR halftime show. They had a halftime show in NASCAR. Like, wait, Stop all the cars.
I didn't know that you stopped the cars. Races I used to go to, you just ran until you were done.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Till
that.
it was
It's
over.
not, they do like 3 different sections now. They like do a race and then stop, do a race and then stop, you know, and I don't know. But anyway, and then you had, I'm going to tell you, folks, I don't know, from when I grew up and we went to NASCAR races or any race, Ice Cube was not playing on any radio of any vehicle in the parking lot that I knew of. I mean, honestly. I mean, you had some Hank Williams and, you know, Merle Haggard.
Guess who brings the halftime show to you?
I have no idea.
Bush Light. Do you think Ice Cube drinks Bush Light?
No.
Oh, my.
And, you know, everybody in NASCAR drinks Coolers because, you know, Smoking the Bandit. I
Well-
don't know. You tell me. I don't want to go to NASCAR and see Ice Cube rapping.
Maybe they're trying to attract a different fan base because that's what's going to happen.
That's the thing
If at
about
all.
it, man.
Or no fan base.
You know, it's just like that Joe Rogan and NASCAR and my music and these other people. You know, we had that guy on last week, and I didn't know where he's at on his political stuff, but he's actually got a tour he's starting right now, the No Jab Tour. I thought, okay, well, I know where you're at. So anyway, do you really think that these people they're trying to draw are going to come and watch a NASCAR race?
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're either just trying to kill NASCAR entirely, or they're assuming they can pull a different base in.
I mean, these people don't listen to my style of music. They don't listen to Joe Rogan. They don't like racing. And I mean, well, how do you? I mean, honestly, it's. I mean, I guess if you had,
I don't know.
Priuses-
It'd be pretty funny to watch a bunch of NASCAR fans try to dance to Ice Cube, though. You know what I'm saying?
and they probably were. It depends on how many Coors Light they had. But yeah, you're probably right.
Bush Light.
Bush
Get it
Light,
right.
Bush
Get it
Light,
right.
whatever it is. But
Get it right.
Yeah, they probably out there dancing. Of course, at some point they dance at anything.
I wonder when, if ever, we can come to a point. Well, it's going the other direction actually, but we don't all have to like the same thing. We don't all have to like the same music, the same sports, the same everything. And trying to force everything to become inclusive is never going to work.
Steven says, we don't all have to like the same country music, dang it.
That's exactly right. They
Gosh,
bored.
dog it.
Yeah.
There's more out there than
Well, that's
Tim
like me
McGraw.
and Packy. We have nothing in common other than Nicolas Cage. That's the only thing we got in common.
Oh,
I
you
think.
like Nicolas Cage now?
Well, he's kind of rubbing off on me a little bit. He was in Gone in 60 Seconds.
Ooh, yeah.
We
that's
both
a-
have crappy cars.
Well,
There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah,
There you
we
go.
do. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, but I'm with you, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. But
receding hairlines. That's another thing.
yeah. I need to show. I wish my head was nice and round like his. Y'all need to check it
Well,
out.
he does have a nice
He
little
got a little.
shaped head.
Mine's all loppied up,
Lumpy.
Yeah,
Kind of
lumpy.
lopsided. You keep the
Sheesh.
hat on. It's okay.
Hey, we got an unvaccinated dad loses custody of his kids. The judge has ruled on this. I reckon they had.
And where's this at? Let's guess.
It's got to be Canada. Canada. Poor them truckers up there. They actually said if anybody, this is it, man. They say if they bring anybody gas or any food, they're going to put them in jail. But I didn't say anything about diesel fuel. They said gas. So can you take diesel up there and say, this is diesel, sir? This
Well,
is
why don't you make a run?
I thought about it. I
You
thought
make
about
a run.
making a diesel
If you
run.
go to jail, you can call Packy. He'll raise some bail
No,
money.
don't they just turn you loose once you get locked up now? Don't they just set you free?
Not in Canada.
Oh, they don't?
I don't
That's
know.
just down in New York. I don't
Bad
know.
news, Steven. We raised $7.
Oh, well. More than we had.
Yeah.
We buy some lottery tickets.
The
with that.
GoFundMe page is just not working the way
Yeah, we buy some lottery
hoped.
tickets.
Of course, we did give Packy access to the funds in the GoFundMe. So that might have had something to do with
So
it.
let me ask you something. They tell you can't bring no gas up here, which it should be diesel fuel. But these trucks are running out. They're blocking everything up, and they ain't going to let you crank them up. I mean, what the heck are they thinking?
Yeah, I don't know.
And this guy right here, he was in Canada, and I reckon he lost custody of his children because his wife, they were divorcing. You know how that goes. And said that he's unvaccinated. So the judge said, well, you're unvaccinated. You can't have your kids. I just think that's mind-blowing. When they're coming out now and saying, of course, you know, I don't know where everybody stands and could care less, but they're saying the vaccine really ain't making that big of a difference. But
I mean,
Well-
we pretty much figured out at this point that COVID came from a lab in China. That's pretty much what. But if you type in where did COVID originate, it still says bats on there.
yeah.
This
So-
is going to become a moment in history. You know what they always say, the victors write history. I'd be interested to see what they're teaching people about this particular minute in history.
They're not. They're racing history.
I'm talking in 20 years,
completely
30 years.
erasing history.
What will be the history of this era, this time?
You know, being a bus driver, though, talking about history, it's funny, though. There's some of these kids getting on the bus that they're learning the history that I lived through. And I'm like, golly, I'm getting, I'm talking
You're
about
old, aren't
the
you?
space shuttle. Remember when it blew up?
I know, it
9/11
blew
and
up
all
right
that?
over my house.
And I'm thinking, what the heck, man?
Yeah, that shuttle blew up right over my house in Texas. We found pieces in our field.
Really?
Yeah, the one that.
Y'all wasn't hunting or nothing during that time, were you?
It was early in the morning, and we heard this rumble.
remember
We heard a
watching
rumble, and I ran outside. I was working in surgery, so
Mm-hmm.
I ran outside, and I could see this fire, just a blaze of fire across the sky, and then an explosion.
Okay, wait a
And-
minute now. You were at your house doing surgery.
No, I was getting ready to go to work.
What kind of crook or outlaw did you have at your house? Had a gunshot?
I worked in an OR at the time, and I was getting ready for work.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean to say that. I was at work. I was at house doing
But it
surgery.
was horrible because body parts were actually found, and they
Yeah.
found a torso on the road behind our house. It was really horrible. It was
Yeah,
horrible.
that was a bad day. But these kids are learning about this now. But they're trying to erase history, and I mean, history is what it is. You can't hold people in the 1800s to the standards that we have today. You can't do it. It was a different time all the way around. You know, how are you going to do that?
Well, and it's just like trying to forget that everybody existed who made this country possible just because the culture was different at that time. And, you know, unfortunately, you can't change that. That's what happened.
I don't know. And they're talking about separation of church and state. I don't know where that's in the Constitution. I really don't know what's in the Constitution. And you know, I watched them.
Don't say that.
What?
I'm going to bring you a copy of the Constitution.
All right. Well, y'all can. I watched the movie, and y'all need. It's really hard to find. It's really hard to find. Let me see if I can find it right here. You need to watch it. It's called CapitalPunishmentTheMovie.com. You need to go check that out. CapitalPunishmentTheMovie.com, and it's talking about where they go into the church. I mean, into the Capitol building, and it's told from the other side, not the political side that y'all watching that everybody watches on TV about how bad it was and how everybody was just tearing everything up. And you need to watch on this side because you know, they got all these people that's got their cameras, and everybody's got cameras. And I mean, I see these old women, old ladies, I mean, elderly people out there singing church hymns.
Right.
And people praying, and and all that stuff that's going on at the Capitol itself was really instigated, according to what this thing is saying, by Antifa and all this other stuff. These guys dressed up. So anyway, go watch that. I mean, it's worth the watch if you can find it. But it's called CapitalPunishmentTheMovie.com, and see what you can do on that. And we probably be kicked off the radio after I said that. We need to get to a break though.
Thank you, Stephen.
We have got to get to Packy's joke of the day.
Oh, I forgot all about that.
Welcome to the show,
I
Sherry.
actually heard one the other day. That
Oh, they're great.
And you about got in a wreck. You're laughing so hard, right?
yeah, that was what it was. It was yeah.
The Morning Dish. Unlike the telephone company, you've got choices in the mountains for auto insurance. And when you deal with an independent agent, you've got even more. And choices mean savings. Speak with a local neighbor at More Insurance Services.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good out there on this beautiful Monday morning. Man, I hope it's going to be pretty all week. I'm so sick of rain.
I thought it was snowing later.
It's going to be flurries tonight, but that'll evaporate and go into whatever it is.
Sleet.
Sleet,
Ice.
snow, and so I don't know who's going to.
I'm ready for summer.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm ready to be on the lake.
Yep, I'm ready to get on the lake. So anyway, folks, I hate to do this to you again, but
It's Packy's joke of the day.
So excited.
Hello.
go ahead and welcome her to the show.
Oh, yeah. That's my job, man.
I'm sorry, you're the.
This is the
you're
only time he
foreman.
gets to talk, and you're
You
ruining
say
it.
when it's quitting time.
Welcome to the show, Sherry. We have 3 categories for you to choose from today. Lord of the Rings / Hobbits, math teachers, and politically correct preferred pronouns.
Wow.
We're going to have to just go with Lord of the Rings. I
I
understand
want
that.
to go with politically correct pronouns.
How does a hobbit turn into a plant?
I'm so afraid right now.
Photosynthesis.
Oh, God. Oh, that's really bad. Are you making these up?
I see.
Or do you have
I didn't even get
Do
it.
you have a book that's really that bad?
I didn't get it.
You don't know who?
What is photosynthesis?
You know, Frodo, the Hobbit.
Oh, is that the Hobbit's name?
One of the hobbits is Frodo. That's
Well,
Bilbo's
y'all
nephew.
highly educated. I've never been to college, see, so I don't know.
You
all
can read. Well, no, you really can't read.
Yeah, I
They
don't-
have it on audiobooks.
Okay, I can do that, but
There you go.
I don't want to listen to. What's his name? Frodo. That sounds like a
J.R.R.
tater chip.
Tolkien, who wrote The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit.
Hey, can we do the photosynthesis political word?
You can only get one joke per day.
Please, please, please.
You really want it that bad?
Packy,
I do.
Give it to him.
What's chocolate's preferred pronouns? Her, she.
Now, see, I got that one. I got her, boys. It wasn't no better than the last one, but I got her,
Shirley,
boys.
do you have a book of just horrible jokes that you're pulling these out of?
I mean,
A few of these I have made up. A lot of them I get them off.
How much research did
we got
you do
people.
for this?
We got people commenting on our YouTube channel. All this stuff that goes on.
Let me just tell you this. I do more research into these jokes than Steven does into the whole show.
I can believe
Take
that.
that for what it is.
I can believe that.
Oh Lord, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Oh well, but that's Packy's time to shine.
I'm so excited.
Oh man.
Hey, we're excited we're going to be able to do some of our events this year.
That's gonna be good.
We're not letting COVID stop us this year. We're going to actually get to do our golf tournament this year.
Oh
so,
wow, can I play?
Yes, you can play. It'll cost you some money, but are you paying? It's
I gotta pay.
Yes, you have to pay, especially as bad as you play.
Do you take a check?
Not from you.
Well, I ain't playing.
Well,
this.
anyways, our tournament's going to be on May 11th over at Mountain Harbor Golf Club. So if you're interested in being a sponsor or playing in the tournament, you can contact me at my office, 828-837-2242. But we're just excited we're going to get to do something.
Yeah, I'm with you. What is this for?
It's the chamber does 3 major events a year, and it helps us. But we also gives our members their marketing sponsorships and all that kind of stuff. But mostly it's a benefit to our organization.
You could tell these guys that Steven's going to be on the golf team, and then get them to pay you to put me on somebody else's team. Because if you ever see me play golf, trust me.
Well, I actually had an idea because, I'm not picking on anybody, but a couple of years we've had a team or two that really kind of drug their rears around the course, and we were there a little late. So I thought about hiring you to follow those dragon teams and play music to speed them up.
I'd do that.
Just want to get out of there.
I'm there.
Could you?
Hey, something else I want to talk about right quick before you go, because I had to twist your arm and get you over here. We got the Salute to Veterans Day thing, y'all.
We're meeting Thursday,
right?
So that event's happening in October. Well, we haven't decided. I don't know. They may do it a little earlier this year, but I don't. Can we let the cat out of the bag? Or,
well,
no, not yet. We can't yet.
Galen was over here
Galen had
earlier.
a surprise, but I better not say anything yet.
This is going to be a huge. I mean, last year was going to be great, but anyway, because of you got to understand airplanes and these antique airplanes and weather but anyway, this year is going to be even bigger.
Well, they've got something in the works that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be huge. And after our meeting Thursday, I'll let you know, and you can talk about it next week if you want to.
I definitely want to, because I definitely want to.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's a go before I run my mouth. But that's going to be a huge deal. We're excited about that coming up.
And Galen promised me that the Corsair was going. He said the Corsair is definitely going to be there. So
and a lot of other really neat planes that he's got lined up. He's never quit working on this since it canceled last year. So
he is. I mean, folks, if y'all don't know Galen, y'all just go by over there at the airport and just hang out with
him. Do you know how many pilots he's been training over there? He's been given a lot of lessons, and with the younger people, the kids in high school.
I don't ask for money. I really don't, because I just do my own thing. But they have got a program over there where they're training young students to fly, and fuel prices and this, that, and other. It really makes it hard on them. But this is something that if y'all would like to donate, give Galen a call, because they actually help these young students learn to fly. And I'm telling you, this is opening up a beautiful new world for people.
He helped get the programs going over at the high school and at Tri-County.
Right.
They've been doing it over in Clay County, but he helped to get it going in Cherokee County. And I heard him on the earlier show say that one of the young men that he trained is actually going to be flying for a major airline.
That's the thing. It's going to be like 150 pilots hired this year. And my boys are actually in aviation school right now down in South Georgia, and I'm not kidding. If y'all are looking for a career, if you're a young man or woman out there looking for a career right now, the aviation industry is the way to go. And if you don't want to be a pilot, you can be
flight attendant. Don't say stewardess.
Don't say stewardess. That's impolite. What is it called?
Flight attendant.
Flight attendant.
There's a lot of careers though. Mechanics. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do in that field. But
it's wide open. But that, like I said, that is really cool. I'm excited for my kids, and especially all these other ones that's doing over there. And
you're excited because you think they're going to lend you money after they start.
Well, I mean, it's really cool. You don't understand it. And we talked to all these people. I mean, we had Paul Overstreet on the other day, and after we done our interview, we sat and talked for 45 minutes about planes, because he flies and we fly. And it's just a really
Well,
cool
if you
thing.
have time Thursday morning, run out to the airport so you can get the scoop firsthand.
I'm gonna try my best.
But
if
if
I
you
can
can't make it, I'll try to get you the information so you can talk about it next week.
if the bandwagon will crank, I will try my best to be there.
Oh, Galen did say if you bring the bandwagon, don't park it down in the lower lot because
No,
the last time the oil ran down on the airfield.
He's got my own little spark. Packy, do you need a hug?
Please.
He looks down today. Look
What
at
is
his
wrong?
little
Are you and your
face.
wife fighting or something?
No, we're not fighting at all, man. I'm good. I'm good.
There was a hesitation there. Did you
He
notice
looks a
that?
little sad,
Yeah.
don't he? Y'all come by the radio station today if you're not doing anything. Give Packy a hug.
Or, even get on Facebook. Or how can they follow you guys? I'm not here all the time
Hey,
now,
we're on
but-
Facebook, The Morning Dish.
No,
you
no,
know
I mean
that.
the YouTube channel and everything.
Oh, yeah, Stephen Phillips and The Morning Dish or with The Morning Dish. I don't know. We're
And
on-
what's the Valentine's contest? I forgot what
Okay,
y'all were
we
doing.
have 2 new apps, one for each of our stations. You need to download the WJRB app and send us a pickup line, and you can win $195.10.
Well, that's easy.
and an overnight stay.
In
That's
Helen,
easy.
at the Hellendorf.
Well, thank you guys for having me on today.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, Sherry. We do appreciate you coming on. Y'all go check out H. Jack Williams. And like I said, if y'all ain't doing anything, swing by here and give Packy a hug. Bless his heart. He seems so sad. And you figured that joke would cheer you
Bring
right up.
food. Bring food.
That joke didn't cheer you up.
I'm happy.
Are you happy? All right, folks. We'll talk to y'all in the morning.
WT490 and WJULAM, Hiawassee.
Well, look a here.
Guess who's number 1 in the Nielsen ratings again?
Play 97.7.